So to understand the question, what the question is trying to say, I have included this diagram so that we could better understand it. So A and B, A is the center of the first circle, and then B is the center of the second circle. So the first part of the question says that there is a line that joins the center of A to the center of B. And then the second part of the question says that this centers becomes the diameter of a third circle. So this third circle is the circle E, which it has become the diameter. So we should find the equation of the circle E. But we know that the equation of a circle is giving us x squared plus y squared plus 2 x plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So let's take the first circle. The first circle is x squared plus y squared plus 6x plus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0. So from here, 2j is equal to 6. J is equal to 3. Then 2f is equal to 3. F is equal to 3 over 2. So the center of a circle C is equal to minus j minus f. And so the center of the first circle will be minus 3 and then minus 3 over 2. Now let's write the equation of the circle of the second circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus x minus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. So in this case, 2j is equal to 1. J is equal to 1 over 2. And then 2f is equal to minus 2. F is equal to minus 1. So the center of the second circle is minus 1 over 2 and then 1, because minus minus 1 will give you 1. So with these two coordinates, so let's say coordinate A is minus 3 over 2, and coordinate B is minus 1 over 2 and then 1. You can use these two to find the equation of the straight line that joins A and B. So let's first find the gradient of the line. The gradient M is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. So the gradient M is equal to y2. So this is 1 minus then y1 is minus 3 over 2 divided by x2, which is minus 1 over 2 minus, then x1 is minus 3. So M is equal to 1 plus 3 over 2 divided by minus 1 over 2 plus 3. So the gradient M is equal to 5 over 2 all divided by 5 over 2. And so M is equal to 1. Now we know that the equation of a line is giving us y minus y1 equals M, the gradient, times x minus x1. So we need to use one of the points to find the equation of the line, since we have the gradient. So let's use this point. So y minus y1 is 1 equals m1 times x minus x1. In this case, it will be minus 1 over 2. So this is equal to y minus 1 equals 1 times all of this would just be x, then minus minus becomes plus 1 over 2. Let me put this in small brackets. So let's take 1 to this side of the equation. So y is equal to x, then plus 1 over 2, and plus 1. So y is equal to x, then 1 over 2 plus 1 is 3, becomes plus 3 over 2. So let's multiply through by 2. It becomes 2y is equal to 2x plus 3. So our coordinate A is giving us minus 3 and minus 3 over 2. Then our coordinate B is also giving us minus 1 over 2 and 1. So the next part of the equation says that if the centers of the two circles are the ends of a diameter of another circle, find this equation. So if it is the diameter, it means that halfway through that line is the radius. So we need to find the radius by just finding the midpoint between the 2 points A and B. And we can use that midpoint to find the equation of the third circle. So midpoint, so let's say here is the midpoint is M. So the x component of the midpoint is just x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So this is equal to, so this is x1 y1 plus x2 y2. So x1 is minus 3 plus, then x2 is minus 1 over 2 divided by 2. So this becomes minus 3 minus 1 over 2 divided by 2. And this becomes minus 7 over 2 all divided by 2, which is equal to minus 7 over 4. Then the y component of M becomes y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So this is equal to y1 is minus 3 over 2, then plus y2 is 1 all divided by 2. So 2 times 1 is 2 plus minus 3 becomes minus 1 over 2 all divided by 2. And then this is equal to minus 1 over 4. So the midpoint M is the x component, which is minus 7 over 4. Then the y component is minus 1 over 4. So with this midpoint, we can find the radius. The radius r is equal to square root of minus 7 over 4 squared, then plus minus 1 over 4 squared. This is equal to minus 7 squared is 49 divided by 4 squared is 16, then plus minus 1 squared is 1 divided by 4 squared is 16. So this is equal to square root of 50 divided by 16. Now the equation of a circle is giving us x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared, which is equal to the square of the radius. So we know the radius and then we know the point. So this point is a, this component, the x component becomes a, and then the y component becomes b. So therefore the equation of the third circle becomes x minus 7 over 4 all squared, then plus y minus, then the b component is minus 1 over 4 all squared equals the radius squared. It becomes square root of 50 divided by 16 all squared. So this then becomes x plus 7 over 4 squared, then plus y plus 1 over 4 squared equals 50 over 16. So in expanding the bracket, it becomes x squared, then plus 2 times x is 2x, times 7 over 4 becomes 7x over 2, then plus 7 over 4 squared. 7 squared is 49, divided by 4 squared, which is 16, then plus y squared plus 2 times y is 2y, times 1 over 4. It becomes y over 2. Then plus 1 over 4 squared becomes 1 over 16 equals 50 over 16. So here's y squared. So we now have x squared, and I'm bringing plus y squared, then plus 7x over 2, and plus y over 2. So plus y divided by 2, and plus 49 over 16 plus 1 over 16 becomes 50 over 16 equals 50 over 16. So that this 50 over 16 and this 50 over 16 will cancel out. So that we are now left with x squared plus y squared plus 7x over 2 plus y over 2 equals 0. So let's multiply through by 2, and that becomes 2x squared plus 2y squared plus 7x plus y is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the third circle.